The chapter opens with a tense confrontation, crackling with barely restrained energy. Sopyeong, a skilled fighter, stumbles backward, his face pale with panic. "Kawak," he exclaims, eyes darting between his opponents. "T2 people, were you from the Scorching clan?" Jin Taekyung steps forward, calm yet exuding an intimidating aura. "Yeah, bingo," he replies, his voice steady but menacing.
I'm Jin Taekyung.
"If you know of the Scorching clan, you should also know about my master's temper, right?" The air around them grows heavier as Sopyeong hesitates, trembling under the weight of Taekyung's words. His nervous stutter betrays his fear, but before he can respond, Taekyung presses on, his smirk widening. "Why don't we end this here, instead of complicating things further?" Taekyung offers with feigned civility. "Let's just pretend this never happened, yeah?" When silence is his only reply, Taekyung's face hardens. His demeanor shifts, sharp and threatening, as he mockingly remarks, "That's strange. You're not answering me. I wonder if you'll hear me after another 10 smacks." Sopyeong, now visibly shaking, finally breaks. "All right," he shouts, pleading for an end to the ordeal. Taekyung grins, leaning in mockingly. "Huh? What was that?" "I can't hear you." "I said all right." Sopyeong yells, his voice cracking, satisfied. Taekyung lowers his hand and steps back, his smirk softening. "Good. Then take care on your way back," he says casually as if nothing had happened. As Sopyeong retreats, Baek's thoughts drift and a flicker of nostalgia crosses his face. "This reminds me of the boy I met 10 years ago at the Chinese Final Branch Assembly," he muses. The scene transitions to a calmer setting. In a modest chamber, Jin Taekyung receives a visitor. "Come in," he says, his tone neutral. The visitor, an old acquaintance, steps into the courtyard, looking both apologetic and sheepish. Gasp. "I'm sorry about last time, Baek." He blurts out. Baek's face is stern, though his tone remains polite. "Long time no see. Have you been well?" Taekyung, trying to lighten the mood, laughs nervously. "At least you feel bad about it. Where have you been?" The visitor hesitates, scratching the back of his head. Someone was giving out food over there, so he." Meanwhile, whispers ripple among random bystanders, their disdain cutting through the air. "TSK, TSK. Creating a ruckus like that before it even got dark," mutters one. "He's supposed to be the best rising star of the Jeongnan sect too," another adds, scoffing. "I guess that says a lot about that sect then." Hearing these words, Sopyeong's face flushes with shame. He clenches his fists, his thoughts burning with resolve. "Even random bystanders are looking down on me. I will change." Another encounter soon unfolds. A sharp voice calls out. "There you are?" Sopyeong turns, startled. "You're Bong-soo." His acquaintance nods, his expression serious. "What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be at the sect?" "I'm on a mission right now," Bong-soo replies, his tone somber. "All of the Tai Sword Squad is here." Sopyeong's curiosity deepens. "A mission?" The Tai Sword Squad doesn't usually leave the mountain. "What kind of mission is it?" Bong-soo's face hardens. "We were ordered to bring you back." Sopyeong stiffens, his unease growing. "Who's looking for me?" "The senior master is currently in Xi'an," Bong-soo reveals. Shock ripples across Sopyeong's face. "The senior master?" He thinks, his mind racing. But he's supposed to be recovering from the internal injuries he sustained from the frenzy. There's no way he would have come all this way. Which means the Tai Merciless Sword, Hwang Boa. Taekyung mutters, his expression darkening. Memories of the formidable figure, silent for over a decade, flood his mind. "Is he looking for me?" Taekyung asks, his voice tinged with resignation. "There's no time," Bong-soo urges. Sopyeong swallows his fear and nods. All right, take me to him." Yet, as he follows Bong-soo, a single question lingers in his mind. What is going on? The scene closes on Sopyeong, his resolve stealing as he braces himself for the unknown challenge ahead. The scene opens with Jin Taekyung channeling his chi into his master, a serene yet intense moment of healing. The glow of energy envelopes the room as Taekyung's focus sharpens. System notification. You have completed Tor Chi guidance. The target's condition has improved by a small amount. Your scorching sun chi has increased by a small amount to pause, and then another notification resonates. System notification. You've completed the training. The Scorching Sun Divine Art is now at 6th Mastery. You can use the Scorching Clan's martial arts more freely now. You have obtained a large amount of EXP and bonus points for enlightenment. Level up. Taekyung exhales, feeling a surge of power. Before he can fully process his growth, his attention is drawn to a commotion nearby. Taekyung, distracted. What are you doing over there? Chong Peng smirks mischievously, his eyes gleaming with humor. I'm teaching him the turtle breathing technique because he's about to snore. He gestures toward a young warrior, barely managing to stay awake. The scene is lighthearted, breaking the tension momentarily. Taekyung, raising an eyebrow. Ah, good job. He keeps sleeping on duty whenever I tell him to stand guard. But the turtle breathing technique? What's that? Chong Peng, chuckling. It's when you use your internal energy to control your breathing, kind of like entering a trance. Though, honestly, I've never tried it myself. The group laughs softly, but the atmosphere shifts when Mujin suddenly coughs, clutching his side. Taekyung, rushing over, are you alright? Can you breathe? Mujin waves him off, his expression shifting from playful to serious as he glances around. My left pinky. I swear, I was in the clouds just now. Taekyung, teasing, where the hell have you been? Off begging somewhere? Before Mujin can respond, another voice joins the fray. Gung Jabang, catching his breath as if. I was gathering intel at the sect branch here. Taekyung's expression sharpens. Oh, did you find out anything useful? Like the whereabouts of the divine physician? Gung Jabang grimaces. Not exactly about him, but there's something else going on. Something fishy. Taekyung, focused, what do you mean? Gung Jabang hesitates, his eyes scanning the dimly lit surroundings. It's about the Dragon Peak Escort Agency. Their downfall wasn't just bad luck. I think the Zhongnan sect is involved. Taekyung's expression hardens, the name sparking a mix of anger and dread. The Zhongnan sect. Again? Are you telling me they've been scheming for 2 years to swallow up the agency? Gung Jabang nods grimly.
Exactly.
Ju Hogun's internal injuries 2 years ago were just the beginning. Then came the agency's collapse. It's all connected, and it points back to them. A cold silence settles over the group as the gravity of the situation sinks in. Mujin, frowning, so. They're behind this mess? What about the Manhwa sect? Wouldn't they have noticed? Gung Jabang, gritting his teeth, they know. But they're playing dumb. Maybe they're involved, or maybe they're just turning a blind eye. Either way, they're all connected. Taekyung, thoughtful, voice low. If the Zhongnan sect is pulling the strings, this isn't just about the agency. It's about power, control. And they've had their hands in too many places for too long. The weight of the revelation hangs heavy in the air. Taekyung straightens, his gaze filled with determination. If they're behind this, we can't let it slide. But I'll need help. Mujin firmly, you won't have to do it alone. The group exchanges nods, each member steeling themselves for the battles to come. The Zhongnan sect's influence is spreading, and the stakes are higher than ever. As the night deepens, their resolve hardens. Knowing the fight ahead will decide more than just their survival, it will shape the future of the martial world.